What is going on, everybody? Okay, first things first, I let the game run. Arcology is complete. Finally, all the TVs have been sent over. Now we're just kind of waiting on the construction progress. As you can see, at 5%. It'll probably take a little bit of time for us to get all the power and the workers and everything over there. It looks like we're waiting on workers. I don't know, maybe we're there already. It is the construction bars actually just went from 5 to 10%. So we're moving forward with that. We should be done. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Last episode we kind of left off with, putting together the TVs and, the couple things that we were going to need. One thing that I did screw up in the last episode is I put down computer lots as opposed to TV lots. So I went ahead and corrected that, and we were smooth sailing all the way through. I figured it'd be kind of boring for you all to watch the, the shipment process, so I just kind of let the game run. Took about maybe an hour or so, and all the appropriate amount of TVs have been sent over. So we're just kind of waiting on the construction, as you can tell. Now, one thing I wanted to kind of show you guys, I went ahead and rebuilt this mega tower, and we're profiting. All of my other mega towers are completely doing horrible. And I don't know if that's, again, fault of my own or if it had to do with the patch. But let me show you one thing. I'm going to hop over here real quick because during the, the downtime here, I floated back over to Sky Coast, and for those of you that haven't checked out Sky Coast, I will link my playlist down in the description. Sky Coast was the first city that we kind of started with the New Cities of Tomorrow expansion pack. We were kind of, tinkering with everything, seeing what the new expansion pack had to offer. So as far as, careful planning, I don't want to say the city had it, but as you can tell here, based on the money, I came over here and we're making a considerable amount of money. That was up actually over 50,000 at one point. This city is doing really, really well, and these mega towers are all profiting. So these were all put in prior to the patch. So going back to, my other city there, I really don't know what I'm doing wrong with those mega towers. Maybe it's their placement. I mean, I really don't know. These mega towers are all profiting, especially this one here. It looks like it's doing, well, where was the one I just saw? Was it this one? Yeah, this one here, 101,000 yesterday. This has actually got the Skyclops coaster crown. Aside from that, all we have is a simple oil well. All the other stuff we're importing same way we are over in Profitville, but this city just seems to be doing a lot better. And I think it has a lot to do with the amount of residential that I have here, as opposed to kind of the poor design of the other city plot there with that ridge in the middle. It's kind of more difficult to put in the amount of residential that I actually wanted. This city here is a lot more flat. We kind of focused more on high wealth, and let me show you guys the Omega map and the drones map. We have a lot of gold members here. I mean, this city is doing really well, and again, I'm going to link the playlist in the description below. You can check it out yourself. You can see how we kind of got to this point, but anyway, I just wanted to kind of show you guys that and the fact that we are profiting. Again, our Arcology, that's kind of what we're going to focus on this episode. We're going to go ahead and bounce back to Profitville because that's really what we're going to focus on this episode. I'm thinking only maybe a couple more episodes on this Profitville city. What we're going to have to kind of plan for is once this Arcology is done, hopefully this episode we get through it, it's going to basically fill our city with not only traffic, I guarantee you there's going to be traffic, but it's going to fill our city with loads of workers, loads of students, loads of shoppers. And I don't think we're going to need much of a need for this residential zone up here. So we're going to have to keep an eye on it, and we're going to have to go ahead and, like I said, we're going to have to carefully plan what exactly we are going to have to do, because profiting here is, I mean, it's horrible if you don't, I mean, 4,000 an hour for a city that we've strictly based on profiting. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where I've gone wrong. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get rid of some of this stuff here. We're going to sell off since our construction is done, we're going to sell off the remaining things that we have here between TVs and plastic. We're going to get rid of all this. I guess we'll kind of let that finish itself out. What do we need? Let's see, where else we got here? Processors again. I think we will do the same thing here. So we'll make back some money, just due to the surplus. And we'll kind of get back to the basics because, again, overall, and one thing that I did look at in comparison to that other city there, Sky Coast, is my Omega map. Actually, that's the wrong tab. Hold on one second here. I didn't show it to you when I hopped over there, but this little tab here is a really good tab. For those of you that don't know, you just have to go down to your little Omega drop down here. And if you just hover your mouse over this little Omega Co franchise portion here, it's going to actually give you a breakdown of the amount of buildings in your city, which is, of course, 156, as you can see there at the top, and how many, of course, are owned and operated by Omega Co. Now, 64 out of 156 is pretty poor, if you don't, if you don't mind me being so blunt. The industrial is doing great, 14 to 50 industry buildings. Now, where we're really lacking is the commercial and the residential, as you can see. Now, the only way to really fix that, of course, is to have more drones, and that is kind of what I've been focusing on here a little bit. There was another Omega Co factory over here that was having some issues. I'm thinking about, once we kind of get this these things sold off here, to add another Omega Co factory strictly for drones with, just everything importing, and we're going to kind of see if we can get the rest of these buildings converted over. And again, little by little, we'll kind of get rid of it, because the majority of what's going to be in demand is going to be jobs coming from that Arcology. So, as you can see here, Arcology is being worked on. We have a little bit of money that we've kind of saved up here. 2.447 million simoleons. It's going to go up a little bit. I want to focus kind of on these mega towers here. And maybe we can add a crown to this guy here. I did add a Skybridge station. Better yet, before we do that, let's check our power. I think we're probably going to want to add that solar. This is the one that we had on prior. The Gen 1 solar power crown. And I guess we can research. There's another one in there we can research, like a nuclear something cell level, and it'll actually help you with power. But let's go ahead and put that one in. That one seems to do fairly well. Next, let's see what other one of these Omega Co buildings are doing the worst. That one's losing 140,000 a day. I mean, that is pathetic, if you ask me. And total profits yesterday. Let's go ahead. Let's get rid of this guy here. Hope my game doesn't freeze. Sometimes when I go ahead and I either add levels or destroy levels of Mega Towers, my game freezes, and I don't know what the deal is with that. Probably not supposed to happen, if you ask me. But appreciate all the following thus far. You guys are great with your feedback. Multiplayer region, again, I haven't paid too much mind to it, mainly just because I've been extremely busy. I'm kind of putting this video out just because I've had many, many requests for a new video today, and I love doing it. So we'll get this one out, and I'll hop back over to the multiplayer region and see how that's going after we're done with this. Maybe shoot a video there. Let's go ahead and put this Mega Tower back in. Before we do that, though, let's check our numbers here. So we have an extreme demand for low wealth, meaning we need more low wealth workers. But again, I think maybe we should hold off on this, just because I want to see how many workers that this Arcology is going to bring into our city. I don't want to jump the gun here. So by getting rid of these mega towers now, we can focus on, we almost maybe want to make them like complete malls and offices. I don't know yet. We got to see. Let's get rid of those two. That should kind of stunt our losses just for the moment, because we were losing so much there. It was actually out of control. And we can kind of start getting rid of some of this stuff here. Is there anything left to ship out on this guy here? No. So let's remove this because, oops, I want to remove the whole thing, not just one. Let's get rid of this whole thing because we don't need it for right now. We can always add it again. This guy here, I mean, we're going to have to lose some processors, but there's 3,600 an hour we can have back. Goodbye. We'll leave the trade port because we'll probably need that for something. This guy, goodbye. What else were we using over here? I think that was about it for our Arcology construction. These trade things, I don't think we need that anymore. Can always add that again. Electronics HQ, peace out. And again, those were the things that we kind of needed to, put down in the city so we can move forward with the Arcology. Seeing as how we do not need that anymore, we're now up to 15K an hour, so that's a good thing. Let's check real quick. What is our game speed at? Cheetah speed, that's what I like to see. 51%. We should complete that this episode. Looking pretty strong there. Let's see here. I need to focus more on my demands, not necessarily what I want to do, but what the city's actually wanting. And again, and I've done Arcology before, and I know what's going to happen. This residential demand, yes, in the city is pretty substantial, but once that Arcology comes through, this is going to go up, and so is this. So let's try to create a little bit of room here. This, in my opinion, is not being used the way it should be, just due to the fact that we have these bendy roads here. Let's see if we can maybe move this bus terminal over here, because it's in the way, in my opinion. Man, we're going to have to take out that building, aren't we? I don't want to do that, though. Darn it. Let's see. Let's take that down. Alright, let's just take it out for now. That building's doing excellent. Let's move this down this way. Just for now. And then let's just clear this up. And we can clear all this little leftover remnants of zones. We don't need that thus far. And let's clear it. We're just making some room here because, again, we are going to need it. We will put the mega towers back. I'm just not sure of the exact order and what exactly we're going to need. So don't be scared about that. And again, this part of the city, I want to maybe keep residential, but this over here, I don't know. I'm going to have to really see. I want to, I want to keep the whole profiting, I want to keep that going in regards to the city, and I don't think there's a better way to do that than to keep, the industrial zones, plentiful. So, we're kind of just playing almost a waiting game here. I wanted to show you guys that I did get it completed. We're at 81%, and I believe once that's done, it's going to ask for more power and workers. So, my first thought is let's get some more power. We aren't really doing that great here in regards to our fusion plant. We have our 3 different modules here, but it's really, really stressing. I know, let's see, the oil plant. Probably going to have to supply it water, workers, and power. I believe those are the 3 things that we're going to need once that thing is done. There we go. Arcology construction. Is it done or what? I'm getting mixed messages here. Mixed signals. Don't like it. Let me know in the comments below too. Which one of these city plots did you guys want me to see next? See, we got this little coastal city here. I think this would be probably either this one or this one because we want to kind of keep everything close. The thing though is this city here is nowhere. It's not connected. I don't think any of these are connected. Yeah. So we'll almost be moving out and venturing out to a whole new land here because nothing is connected to these 2 cities. So maybe we want to hop out this way. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. This city plot is fairly similar to the one that we just did with the 2 cities and the great works in the middle there. I'm not sure what other great works we can maybe do over that way, but my mind is open to it, so let me know in the comments below. Finally, it is done. Let's cut the ribbon here. Okay, so building the towering pinnacle of human architecture requires skilled workers and resources. You guys all know all this. We've done this before. So let's go ahead and do that. And again, there's 8 different levels to the Arcology, and I'll show you guys that once we open up here. So we're going to need power and water before we can move forward with that. So let's see. We need to create a severe surplus of power. And getting rid of those mega towers, we actually have a pretty decent surplus of power. So let's use that to our advantage. This was the other one that wasn't profiting, right? Yeah. So let's get rid of this one too. Man, I'm so glad the game's not freezing. I've had real bad horror stories in regards to that. So good, good, good. Water. I guess we can maybe put another water plant down right over here just for the time being, so we can get all the water over there and open that bad boy up. Perfect. Up to 740 in the plus. Another thing I did off camera is I added some more community colleges in. industry was actually crying for, you know, more educated workers. So I went ahead, I added a community college here. We had the one, I think over here somewhere. Yep, right here. That was doing fairly well. And I put another one up at this hilltop. And, yeah, so we're doing a little bit better with that. Let's see. So yeah, as I was touched on, for those of you that aren't familiar with the Arcology Great Work, essentially there's 8 different levels to it. Each of them is kind of like a population tier. The first, I guess, I don't know if that means there's 28,000 already, but each tier, and I believe tier 8 is upwards of 1 million sims, if I'm not mistaken. I actually have the Arcology Great Works completed in the multiplayer region, so I've kind of been tinkering around with it and seeing what it has to offer. And I also did it previously in one of my introduction videos when I first started on YouTube. It's got like 30,000 views, so I could link that in the description below as well. But we kind of just went through it in this series, so if you guys want to check it out and all the different steps necessary, just check the playlist. But each tier essentially gives you more sims, more workers, more students, and more shoppers. So another part of the city that I kind of wanted to focus on is down in here. I know I'm kind of stretching it, but this part of the city, I mean, this is actually, there's room out here. You can kind of build stuff. So that's another part of the city I kind of want to focus on. And as soon as we get everything put together, maybe we might want to put in some elite mega towers. I know some of you have been asking for those. I just thought that with the whole vibe of this city, that these mega towers, the way they kind of look, and the low to medium wealth, aspect of it, I thought that would probably be better. But if you kind of take a look at each of my cities, I haven't really had any elite mega towers. I did put a couple down over here, and they didn't do very well. I kind of took them out, but again, that was pre-patch, and I don't know if maybe that was coming into play or that had a lot to do with it. This is not even moving the littlest amount. It needs power. How much power are we talking about? 300 excess milliwatts. I remember doing the Space Center in my last series, and it needed quite a bit. So for the time being, let's just throw down an oil plant. Where we at? Oil plants, just for now. Just for now, people. Don't get scared. And we'll just throw on these modules here just to kind of get that all up and running over there. And this city is looking like a like a disaster hit. There ain't nothing going on here. But it's all by design, and something just crashed on my computer, and I don't know what it was. So something just crashed. I heard that little, identifying noise by Windows that something has crashed. But anyway, looks like we're still up and running, so that's good. Now, road design too. A lot of you have been saying that my road design is a mess, and I agree with you 100%. Initially, it actually seemed like it was going to be pretty cool with just the whole, the road layout, and it was working fairly well. But now, just due to the population, due to now you're going to see the amount of traffic that we're going to be getting, there's probably going to be some changes that I'm going to need to make, especially down in this area here. Of course, I wanted the focal point of the city to be the OmegaCo HQ, and it still is. However, this little T intersection over here just creates kind of a mess. So I'm not sure what would be the best approach to kind of combat that. I had some thoughts with it. Okay, so we're good on water. For those of you that have seen that, let's bounce back. Power, we're almost there, but water is good. We should be up and running here very soon. And so yeah, so let me know also if you guys want to see a different road layout, and if so, how should I connect it? I don't know. I mean, I was thinking maybe connect this to like this here, like kind of just make a swivel road. And then that would kind of push most of the incoming traffic up this way. And then, I don't know, I'd have to kind of mess around with it. That type of stuff I like to kind of do off camera because it takes time, and it's kind of annoying to watch if you ask me. For other SimCity YouTubers that do it, I can't stand to watch other people mess around with roads and traffic and stuff like that. It's annoying to me. But if that's what you guys want to see, I will spend a whole episode in deleting and adding and deleting and trial and error. It's completely up to you. If you want to see that type of stuff, to me it's very boring, so I don't even bother with it. But I can do a video if you guys want to sit there and watch me tinker around with roads. I can do it, so let me know again in the comments below. If not, I will kind of just mess with it on my own time. Let me see here. I'm kind of kind of trying to kill some time here while that arcology comes through. But elite mega towers, that's what I was going to say. The other city didn't really work very well. I'm thinking this city can be a little different, especially if we maybe even stick one up out this way. You know, I don't have any problems with it, you know? I mean, I think elite mega tower, I don't know if it'd even fit up here. Where are we at, mega tower? There we are. I mean, as you can see, they're fairly big, but, I mean, we can fit one up here somewhere. I don't know if maybe we'll have to take out... I mean, the maglev up here would have to go... You know, I mean, I can... Let's see... Probably would fit over here, like... Huh. If we did that... How would we connect? Well, this is still technically connected over here. If we took out this bridge, though, you would have a lot more traffic on this road right here. Very interesting. Available jobs. I just know we're going to need some high wealth offices and stuff like that, so, Wow. I'm just kind of thinking, you know, I mean, I don't really know what the best approach is. We got all this empty room here. Our maglev is actually doing really well. I went around to each of the maglev stations, and, I mean, everyone is right. I mean, they're up 1820 or 1800 to 2,000 riders in each station, so definitely a big help there. I've also noticed a drastic reduction in traffic, so kudos to maglev. Let's do that. Let's put a mega tower up here. We could always mess around with it, but if we take this out here, public library, whatever, let's... Well, we don't need a... What ends up happening, I do this type of stuff all the time, and then the dang mega tower doesn't fit. So let's hope it fits. Cross our fingers. And let's check this. Backtrack that just a little bit. And we will add this. Perfect, perfect. It looks nice. And let's connect the maglev. Where are we at? Maglev. Still, to this day, I have trouble finding things in these menus. I don't know if it's because I am a slow learner or what, but there we go. All right, so again, let's bounce back for the last time here to the Arcology. Now, we are up and running. Now, as of right now, for those of you noobs out there, we are benefiting from 13,000 new shoppers, 13,000 new workers, and 2,200 new students. We have the regional resources put in place, and now it's just going to be kind of a game as to how high we can go. Essentially, once we max out at Arcology level 8, again, I think it's around 1.2 or 1.7 million Sims in addition to, of course, the ones that are living in the cities themselves. So, again, the need for residential in these cities are going to be a lot lower, which is why I'm planning on adding this mega tower right now as a office. Or actually, yeah, let's do an office to start off with. We don't need the residents right now. Where are we at? Now, Elite Mega Towers, 224, 338. I wonder why the office level is so much more. Scenic tower views and lush vegetation give apartment, mall, and office levels lifestyle that demanding Sims expect. Bundle includes the mall level. Let's do the mall level. Oh, it doesn't fit. I knew it. What a bummer, man. What a bummer. Man, I know it says not to take out churches, but that church is in the way. This road here used to be connected, as you remember, down this way, and we kind of changed that. So I'm thinking we need to kind of change the whole area up here a little bit, you know? Like if we made a avenue kind of go straight down. Let's try that. I'm going to name this episode Demolition, because that is pretty much all we've done this whole episode. Demolition. Demolition Derby, that is. Alright, let's straighten this road out here. And let's see, can we get the elite tower in right over here? Hopefully. Okay, please explain to me on top of the road. Is there a road somewhere? Is there like a road hidden somewhere down here, guys, that I don't see? Huh. I don't see a road. I don't see a road. Oh, terrain. Now I'm getting the terrain too steep message. I mean, it looks flat to me, guys. It looks flat to me. Alright. What do we even have in this thing here? Because we're going to have to move this guy too. Department of Utilities and Transportation. So, let's pause this game for just a quick second. I think we're going to go ahead and find out what happens when a church is demolished, ladies and gentlemen, because I haven't done it yet, and I know it says don't do it, but let's see how ticked off everyone gets, because it's in the way, and I'd like a better place for it. Alright, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back after the crash, and I guess that is what happens when you demolish a church in this game. The game crashes. Anyway, I don't think so, but I've been having issues with this game and my PC for some time now, so it was kind of expected. I knew it was going to happen, but we are back. Now, this is what we have cleared out, and again, we are going to continue, crash or not, with our new layout. So let's continue with this. We're trying to find room for our mega tower up out this way. We're kind of just revamping this whole area. It's not working for us right now, and we're just trying to find room essentially. And let's see here. Increase the Arcology population. This is really annoying here, and I don't think it's going to fit anywhere up on this hill here. Unless I push this road back, which I guess I can do. I was trying to not do that, but I guess we're going to have to. So, let's push this our avenue all the way to the city's edge. And let's see, maybe we'll back this up. And we'll do a little swivelly. And now it should fit. This is the 4th or 5th attempt now at this. And let's make sure we're picking the right one. Mall level. Are we able to fit 2? Beautiful. And I think we could probably fit another one. All right. That's what I'm talking about. So it took a little bit of tinkering there, but we were able to get it. This now, I usually like to use parks and the little squiggly points of the roads that doesn't hold up well to residential or commercial. So maybe throw some parks in here, help out our Sims happiness. I don't know if you saw that little message come up where we increased the population. So we're now up to 55,000 residents in the Arcology. So we will go ahead. I'm going to wrap this episode up. I'm not going to do too much off camera. Please leave your information, your comments in the description below. Let me know what you guys think, what we should do as far as our jobs in this city, and kind of hope to retain that name of the city, Profitville. I think we can get back to profiting. As you can see, we're kind of in complete demo thus far, and I want to kind of rebuild this city in the next few episodes to kind of go with our new great works, our Arcology. But thanks again for tuning in. Sorry about the crashing. I hope you guys stuck it out to the end, and we'll see everyone next time.